Hello everyone and welcome back to another edition of West Ham Fan TV's Post-Match Pint, the only West Ham United post-match toilet show on the internet. I'm going to knock someone's pint over. I'm happy today. Is that alright? Alright. Tell me if we just start line up then, please. We've just come back from the London Stadium. We just drew with Chelsea 0-0. Good performance though, really.
Yeah. Very good. What's the lineup? Same as it was against Everton, just Antonio.
That's an easy lazy. That's what I'd have done though, to be fair. Well done, Scott.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you, I was driving to the ground and then the team sheet come out and no Arnie. I was a bit shocked by that really, because it'd been sort of touted in the media that he was okay. He was going to have I know he was going to have a late fitness test, but he was expected to pass it.
I think him being missing this game, especially the way the result panned out, probably good for him to get the rest.
Yeah, but I think like losing Arnie's massive. But look, there's more players out there that can do it. You know, we're not a one-man team. That's what we've got to realise. There are going to be times when Arnie's not available.
That's what I was just about to say. We have got to learn how to play without him.
And we've done well. I mean, Antonio played up front on his own today, and I thought he had an half-decent game. I haven't been his biggest fan over the last few weeks, but he done well.
He just seems like the way he plays, you can see he's a winger and not really a striker. Like a winger
but when you're playing up top on your own, you know, especially the way we set up, you've got to roll the ball up more, and the ball don't stick.
We set up a little bit to concede possession, didn't we?
You thirsty?
Yeah,
bloody hell! You've been drinking that since 2:00.
We did. Yeah, we set up to let them have more of the ball.
Look, you got to realise Chelsea was always going to have more of the ball than us today. Yeah. I think when you look at the possession after the game, I think they had about 72% of the ball. Yeah, like you got to expect that against Chelsea. It's what we do off the ball, and we done everything right today. We mixed it up. We put tackles in. I thought Martin Noble, best game I've seen him play this season. Yep, best game for a long time. I mean, people were around me criticising him. I mean, I think they're just anti-Noble because he got a standing ovation when he came off, and he deserved it. Declan Rice as well, and Obiang. Them three sort of worked well together.
Rice was so good again.
Rice, baby.
He was so good.
He seems to be the thread that knits the midfield together.
Yeah. And he's young.
He just gives the others two a licence to get forward more. I think that's what with Wilshere in the team, and this is not a slight against Wilshere. It's like they're all holding back because they're not sure what ones want to go forward. And the thing is, you know, Rice is going to be that.
He makes them confident.
Yeah, he's going to be that sort of foil.
It's not only that. You see today in spells where Zabaleta's got caught forward. And he just does that perfect thing of moving over to the side. You know, he covers whatever position needs covering. He steps over. When Balbrena went through, you know, in the second half, he was charging down the goalkeeper. Rice slotted in centre half.
I was going to say,
Balbrena gets disciplined role that he's playing.
I thought Zabaleta had a really good game today, but there was a couple of times where he was looking for that overlap. And you know, when you're just thinking, if Ryan Fredericks was on, that a bit more pace might have. You know,
I don't think it gives you as good as defensive cover though.
No, that's the thing as well.
Against Hazard, I think you've got to go with the defensive option.
For me today was he was great.
I'll be honest with you, he was one of my contenders for man of the match.
I thought I'm not knocking him. I'm just saying.
When Hazard come over to his side, I thought he'd done a brilliant job on him. Got tight, he stuck to him as best he could. Rice in the first half, you know, tried to break up the play, tried to stop Hazard playing. And with Chelsea, that's the key. You stop Hazard, they struggle. And for me, I thought we proved that today.
Yeah, they've got, you know, that Jorginho that sits just in front of midfield. We sort of kept him quiet. Willian, we kept him quiet. You know, Giroud didn't really offer anything for them, and that's what we had to do. And you got to remember as well. I know they played on Thursday and they got a late flight back, but they rested Hazard. Hazard didn't play on Thursday, and he's going to scare any team. And look,
Luiz was terrible.
The first half he was brilliant. Yeah. First half, David Luiz was brilliant. Yeah. The second half, he was like literally the old David Luiz that we all love to watch.
Yeah, he's like a clown. I don't rate.
He's got the air for it.
I've never rated him, Luiz.
As a defender,
no, especially the price tags that he's
he's gone for about 108 million over his career, isn't he? Like that's
more than that. I think they bought him back for like what 40 odd million pounds.
40 million quid. Yeah, they sold him for 50, bought him back for 40. They bought him for 30.
It's not.
We'll have him for 20.
It's the mad inflated transfer market, isn't it? So
yeah, but I mean, Yarmolenko as well for me today. You know, second. You know, he started last week at Everton. He got the 2 goals, so his confidence is flying at the moment. And today, do you know? I was thinking if we'd have had an Arnautovic today, we'd be sitting here now talking about 3 points.
I think look, Chelsea created some chances as well.
Yeah.
Like they, Fabianski had to pull off a couple of really good saves.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Especially one towards the end. I thought they was offside, to be quite honest with you.
No, they
but it was what 6 after a dozen the other. But
the save from Bartley late on, that was good.
Really
he was man. I thought he was man of the match today.
Fabianski's been
His distribution is world class.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's
a great goal. I love the way that he comes out and he attacks. He's not afraid to mix it up with a striker, because a goalkeeper, they're protected, so he's going to go in. If he gets knocked down, he's going to get a foul.
Was Barkley the one that bent it far corner?
Yeah, right at the end.
I said to him, Adrian would have let that in.
Yeah,
he said he would have scooped it in.
No, but
Fabianski, it was a good shot and it was a good save, but it's a save you expect a keeper to make.
I'm glad for Fabianski because he's deserved that, isn't he? It's his first clean sheet, isn't it, for West Ham?
Yeah.
So to get against Chelsea, and they've scored in every game this season, so fair play. We deserved it, and let's be honest, everyone would have took a point before the game.
Of course,
everyone
especially with Varney being out of the side.
Because if you look at the two games, Man United and Chelsea, you think you've got more chance of getting the 3 points against United than Chelsea, the way they've been playing this season.
Yeah.
I mean, if we beat Man United next week, we're only 4 points behind them.
Yeah.
And we lost our first 4 games. Yeah. So when you think of it that way, we're beyond 7 points, they're beyond 10. Sorry, 3 points behind them. Mm-hmm. It's not that bad of a start.
Of course not.
I know we lost our first 4 games.
We're
if
looking.
you said you're going to be 3 points behind Man United if we beat them next week, you're going to take it.
We're looking more of a unit now as a team.
I thought organisation-wise today, I thought we was unreal.
Yeah, back
that's
four.
That's there now.
Yeah, I think Balbuena and Diop are getting a good partnership there. And it's starting to show because
I wasn't a big fan of Balbuena.
No, I don't think anyone really was.
I thought he played well today.
But he played
the last few games. He's been good.
Yeah, he played really well.
The thing
today.
is, we isolated them really to half chances. I think in the first half, Kante had an header where he was unmarked. I think he may have had 2 headers in the first half.
I think before.
And Giroud had the kick where he went down, thinking that Mascherano fell him, but there was nothing in that, and that was it. But the real chances fell to us.
Yeah. That Yarmolenko chance was
in the second half.
But even in the first half, you look at Antonio when he had that chance. He had 2 chances, didn't he? He had 2 chances. The one with the left foot, he should be doing better there, shouldn't he?
I think if he's had played more games, he does better.
Yeah.
And I think to be honest, if that's an Arnautovic in that position, it's a goal.
I think there's one as well where Noble's put it over and Obiang I think it was Obiang, slid in back post and he's put it across the goal. Yeah. There's just no one there to tap it in.
Again, there was times today when we're looking to play a ball into the box. I think there was one where Yarmolenko had to hold it up so long that Zabaleta bypassed, gone round.
To be honest with you,
we even got a player in
I think that's more forgivable against a team like Chelsea.
Oh yeah, of course it is. Of course it is.
Because you're not gonna want to overcommit because they've got the players to hurt you on a break. Seriously.
But you saw after the first half hour, the first half hour we tried to condense them, tried to make them play through us, and they broke us down a couple of times, but it was only half chances. But literally after that half hour, we sort of exploded into life.
Yeah, we sort of had to. And one thing I'm going to say as well, the atmosphere today, the fans were unbelievable, and then we sort of got up for it today because it's a London derby, it's against Chelsea, and Chelsea were there for the taking.
Yep.
But we could have been sitting here now. We could have won that game. But if we'd have come out, if we'd have played like that and lost that 1-0, I'd still sit here. Happy. I'm not happy we lost.
But in the performances.
Do you think we're starting to see a little bit?
Because 3 weeks ago we'd have lost that.
Yeah.
Do you think we're starting to see a little bit of a Pellegrini stamp on the team?
Yeah, it's taken him a while to get that stamp, but it's sort of starting to click now. We said it, didn't we? Once it clicks, it's gonna click and it's gonna work.
If you look this game, it's the first game where we've actually seen the team carry on from one game pretty much and stay the same into the next game.
He's only made one change where before he made 4 or 5, 6 changes.
It was a false change as well, wasn't it? It wasn't.
If Arnie was fit, it would have been exactly the same team. So now it's like I think he's figured out his team and his system that he wants to play.
I think he's been a little bit forced hand because Wilshire's out again. Obviously, Arnautovic would have been starting today, but apart from that, I think he's found his best 11. I think Yarmo, he's doing brilliantly.
I think Yarmolenko's the key, to be honest.
Yeah.
Arnautovic has been superb. But
somebody said to me today, would you have played him up front?
I was just thinking that Mike said it, didn't he, on fan?
The substitution bringing on Perez he's not got the physicality to play the lone striker.
No, on his own.
I possibly would have looked to bring on Snodgrass and push Yarmolenko into the middle.
Yeah.
And let Yarmolenko try and hold the ball up because he's a strong lad. You know, he's got a bit of quality.
He's got very similar to Arnautovic, isn't he, in
Yeah.
stature and whatnot. So.
Prez is just too lightweight. He didn't do nothing wrong when he came on, but he was too lightweight for me to play that lone striker.
I didn't notice him that much, to be honest, when he came, but we was a bit on the back foot at that point.
Yeah.
Really.
It's always going to be tough in it against Chelsea.
Of course it is.
You know, up
We've got a
front
good
when you're
record
on.
against Chelsea, though.
Here we have. I think
the last
we've
time
lost
we lost
one.
No, I don't. Do you know what?
We lost to him.
We lost at the Stamford Bridge.
Was it
No,
last
we
season?
didn't. We beat
We
them.
beat them in the cup. We lost to them last time we lost to
away.
Chelsea. We beat them here. They beat us at home. We drew there last season.
Yeah, drew there last season. Beat them at
Season
home 1-0.
before.
And then we drew
I think we
them-
lost 2-1, didn't we? Yeah.
Yeah, we lost 2-0 first game of the season.
Yeah.
That was it,
When
yeah.
James Collins scored.
Yeah.
That was at Stamford Bridge.
That was at
Yeah,
Stamford Bridge.
but here we've only lost 1 out of 4.
Yeah.
We've won 2, drawn 1,
Yeah, I
lost
think we've
1.
got a decent record against what are a top team. You know
I
what I mean?
said this the other day when I was on Robbie's thing. I said, right, if West Ham can mix it up and pull it in, and that's exactly what Mark Noble did today. He got stuck in, just like Declan Rice and Obiang as well. Because Obiang's not really known for going in for tough tackling,
No,
is he? And he done it today.
I thought he had another good game.
Yeah, he
Obiang,
did.
actually.
He had a really good game.
I think that's been his problem in the past, is consistency. I think
I thought it was a very good-tempered London derby. There
Yeah,
wasn't a
it
lot of
wasn't,
like.
no.
Well, you know, it's not like it's a good tempered when at half time he didn't even put any of the on time, didn't he? 45 he blew up.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
usually
there was 2 bookings the whole game. wasn't
2
it?
bookings,
Yeah,
yeah.
like normally a London derby can get a bit fiery, can't they? Especially against
3
Chelsea.
bookings it was actually. Snodgrass taking William out towards the end of the
But
game.
yeah, that was. I don't think we needed to do that. I was a bit worried. after
William
that.
was gone, mate. William was gone.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I think
If he hadn't
was
have done that,
going-
William, yeah,
if
but
he just presses him.
there was no defending here.
I was really. I thought that was a dangerous area to
I know now, I'd have drunk this quicker.
Nearly finished it.
I've spilled me beer.
But yeah, no, I think if William would have caused a lot of problems if he got Wayne in. It was
He's a good player, that William.
Yeah.
I like that Jorginho as well. I like the way
Yeah.
he just sits there and he just dictates the game, doesn't he? He's a good, and Kante as well. I thought he had a chance. He had a header.
Yeah,
Was it
yeah.
First half.
yeah.
First half, they had that header just for half time, wasn't it? Like, if he scores an header, you've got problems at the back.
It was worrying.
He's about that big.
I'm sure he's sort of beaten. Dion beaten.
Great player. Great player.
And that's testament to how well we played. They have got some really good quality.
And not only that, I think we keeping the 3 people I picked out that were going to be key for Chelsea was Alonso down the left, Jorginho in the middle, and obviously Hazard. And we sort of kept all 3 of them.
Yeah.
Well, don't get me wrong, Hazard when he drops that shoulder and he leaves 2 players,
He was
he's
running-
he's
first
world
half of
class.
that, He was running.
Yeah, he's world
We
class.
did such a good job to keep him at bay.
I mean, yeah, he dropped his shoulder and he was gone.
What do you make of Anderson then today?
Well, I was just about to talk about him. We're 6 games in now. I got roasted last week. I don't know whether it's just that.
Oh yeah.
No, I got absolutely roasted last week because I brought into question about Anderson. Is he doing enough for the amount of money it costs for what we expected from him? And people were saying at Everton. Now I didn't really see this, but people were saying against Everton he was our best player.
I wouldn't say that.
No, I couldn't see that.
I don't think he was.
I couldn't see that.
What- no,
But they were saying he was brilliant and all this.
He played well.
What has he done since he's been here? He's not done a lot.
He's got an assist against our.
And I don't want this to become an anti-Anderson thing
No.
because I am bang behind him and I want him to. Like, I'm not one of them people that just dismiss him straight away because I said to someone on the fan cam today, you know what I mean? In the Serie A, you can get away with that sort of thing.
Syria's
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm
it's
saying.
a lot
Serie
slower
A
game.
is a totally
and
different
it might take him 20 games to get bedded in. You know what I mean?
The thing is with these big money signings and anyone coming over from a foreign team, they can hit the ground running straight away, i.e. like Payet, or you look at down the years, Dennis Bergkamp, Thierry Henry. They never settled into the Premier League straight away.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not even comparing Anderson to them players. I'm just saying it might take Anderson 10, 15 games to get into it. But I think when he gets into it, he will be the head of a player because you can see the signs there. I think sometimes, though, with his passing, I think he's 2 steps ahead of some of our players. He's trying to do balls and they're not on the same way.
yeah.
But
I get what you
Arnautovic reads him.
Yeah.
So this is why it's key to get an Arnautovic, Anderson and Yarmolenko together.
It was the same problem when you go way back to when Tevez and Mascherano come in.
Yeah, Tevez didn't turn up till March.
Yeah, and Mascherano's playing balls to the players because he's that far advanced to the players that were around him, and they're like, well, we don't want the ball.
Yeah, this is what
so
I'm
he
saying.
looks bad.
But
So I get what you're saying there, but there could be something about it. There's a player there.
You wouldn't want Anderson if we was in a relegation battle.
No,
he's that sort of player. If we can just get up that table, because I think he's the sort of player that needs a goal as well.
Yeah.
Once he gets a goal, he go and get a few more during the season.
Yeah. He's got to be defensively sound because he does work back, Anderson, but he's not always going to work back. And like you said, if you've got a player like Masuaku who's not the greatest defensively, it's in the back of his mind he's got to work back. So maybe he's not got the free roam sort of thing. And like you said, because it's the way we've started the season and we're down near the bottom, we can't afford that. So we need people to work.
But he keeps on playing him.
Yeah.
He's got Snodgrass there. He's got Antonio there that can all play in his position.
Yeah, but I'd pick Anderson over.
Yeah, I always think Anderson. I've always got that when I've watched Anderson every game this year. I always think to myself, he's going to do something.
Yeah, there's something now.
Yeah.
Whereas Antonio, when he wants to, you get the work.
There's a lot of pressure on
Snodgrass
the boy,
as well.
There's a lot of pressure. We put a lot of pressure on Ayew when he was on record signing. We put a lot of pressure on Arnautovic. We put a lot of pressure on these big
They really
lads.
work out, don't they?
They really work out for us for some reason. They'll go somewhere else and it works
Arnie,
out
even Arnie. After about this amount of time, when you put it in comparison, after this amount of time, I was saying it's the biggest waste of money we've ever.
You said he was the worst signing.
We've ever made.
Yeah, it just shows what you know.
It shows what it does show what I know, but it just shows
That's why
you
people
how
watch Match of
quickly.
the Day and not this.
It just shows you how quickly that people can. It can turn around for a player. I mean, because
it's all about confidence.
they're talking about him. They're talking about him now being the best player outside the top 6. You know what I mean? And I think he's got a good shout. If
the
he's
thing
not
is with
the best.
Arnautovic, I don't know if you noticed it against Everton, but when you're watching on the telly, when Pickford got the ball, threw it out to left back, and Arnautovic sprinted 50 yards back to win that ball back. I mean, that's what you want. That's what you want to see.
It's strange how he's gone from a player that didn't work back. And then all of a sudden he's now our hardest.
We're turning him into a winner. He wants to win.
I think Arnautovic is just one of them people that, when he knows he's loved, and I think he knows he's loved at West Ham, that will give his all for you.
Of course he is.
Stoke was a bit indifferent on him. He was their best player, but when he didn't have good games, and he wouldn't have good games in long periods, from what I've heard, because he was chucked out on the wing. They'd turn on him a little bit, and they wouldn't show him the same love that we do. But we love him here. You know what I mean? And
he's a massive player.
And I'll be honest with you, I never thought that after this amount of games. Well, this amount of games last year, he'd already missed 3.
Yeah, I remember him getting sent off at Southampton, and but no, David Moyes give him that role up front, give him the free role, and he just adjusted to it. And he's he's an important player for West Ham.
What about the players coming back for West Ham? You've got Lanzini gonna
It's good to see him running again,
yeah,
especially after the
back
injury.
running. He'll be back probably in the new year. I reckon he'll be back January time. But you've got Carroll now that will be knocking on the door in the next month. You've got obviously Winston Reid, who's similar. Who else we got out? Wilshere. When he comes back in another 5 weeks' time, he's going to be knocking on the door again.
With Andy Carroll, he would have been perfect for today, not having Arnie. So I think Carroll knows he's not going to be a starter, but he's a good option to have. Whether I know people say the money was paying him and that.
Well, this is his last year of the contract, isn't it?
Yeah, I think they're
running.
running.
He might go in January.
He might leave on loan in January. I don't know, but I'd keep him. I'd keep him running his
I wouldn't
contract.
loan him out.
The thing is that
I'd just run his
he
contract.
has a use because he is that. He's now for us. He's a player.
Yeah, he keeps physio in work.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he keeps
But
back
do you know what I mean?
physio
That is all he is now. He's super sub for me. He's not a starter. He's not a starter. Man. He's too slow.
But there might be some games where he's the sort of person you want to start.
Today would have been perfect.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Batter in Louise.
But
Imagine Louise against
Wilshere
him.
coming back, Winston Reid coming back, Lanzini. It's good competition to have, and we haven't had this for a long time.
I honestly.
You look
can't
at our
see
bench
where
today.
Wilshere
It's
fits.
not world class bench, but it's a decent bench. You remember them days under Big Sam when we had kids on the bench? You
Well,
didn't even hear
I'll
them.
tell you what has happened in the last couple of games. I think to be honest with you, and I say this with a heavy heart.
I'll
really.
get into your bones.
Yeah, a little bit.
Let
Yeah.
me rub it.
No, I'm all right, thank you.
Sure.
Yeah. I think this is the beginning of the end for Nobes, because I've seen him over the last couple of weeks he's been sort of like drafted out of the game after 70 minutes or whatever, and I think this might be his last season where he's a starter for us.
Yeah, but people have been saying that for the last 4 seasons. He's still a starter. Yeah. You know, I'm not. Look, I know
all times come to an end. And I think,
depends
I
who else
know
we
that.
sign next
I know
season.
all times are going to come to an end. But I think Noble's the sort of player that if there's better players there, of course Noble wants to play as a footballer. Yeah. But if there's better players, he's getting left out for better players. He's not the one who's going to throw his toys out his pram like a pirate and want to leave the club. And because I can't see Noble ever playing for another club.
he'll know his time's coming.
Yeah, you'll see. You'll see when Wilshere comes back. I think.
Yeah.
He's our
He's going to be.
if he comes straight back
Noble
in.
will be an important squad player.
Of course.
Because when you want a London derby and you want a West Ham player and a West Ham boy who's going to put tackles in, you call on Noble. And this is what he's done it season after season.
Having him in the dressing room is good. Isn't it?
Yeah, of course, he's a character, and you don't want to lose that from the club, do you? I know eventually he's got to go, but then again, he might stay on as a coach.
I think we've lost too many characters in the dressing room of late. I think like the likes of Tompkins and Collins and people like that walking out the club, and I think that's why a lot of that, like a lot of them problems occur with like the Wolves game and all that, when people just ain't bothering to run.
Also, you know, I feel.
You're very quiet over it.
Yeah, I'm a big believer in
You need some meat in you, that's
the
what you
spine
need.
of your side.
That sounds a bit
should
dodgy.
be English.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't think we've got enough English players in our side. If you get what I mean, who know what
Right,
it
Scott.
means.
Brexit, Scott.
It's nothing to do with Brexit or anything like that. But you look at our sides. No, but you look at our sides.
No, I know what you mean. We had
Sides
that
of
some grit.
Yeah, you know, grit and determination. And players that know what the Premier League's about and know what it means to the fans. A lot of the players that come in, they don't really know.
This is
They
what
don't
I'm
get
saying.
it.
We're the
And
people
you
like
see that at Wolves. You know, you wouldn't if you had a spine.
yeah.
Look at Chelsea. They had Terry Lampard. You know, that was a spine on their side. Yeah, and it was, you know, they knew.
I know what you mean.
The thing is, this is what I'm saying. You lose players like Noble. They're the dying breed now, aren't they? You lose that, and then people will not realise.
Losing Collins.
I think that's what Arsenal's been lacking for a long time.
People won't realise how important
you're
Noble
right
is
there.
until he retires.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. I know he gets a lot of stick, and I know I love Noble.
I
do criticise him.
You'll remember
sometimes.
in 2-3 years' time when you've got some twat that's come from Spain or something running around the midfield just like brushing his hair, and do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If someone who's like at a light jog at most times and all that, and you'll be thinking to yourself, fucking hell, I wish we had Noble in that midfield.
Yeah, but when Scott Parker left, we lost a lot.
Yeah.
And then that's when Noble took it, and then we had Kevin Nolan. He got stick.
Yeah,
it's like fans want to criticise the English players more.
Yeah. Because
Than some of the foreign
Sometimes
players.
I feel like they want them to foul.
Yeah. And
Do you know what I mean? Like
you look at.
I remember Hart last year. Like I know. Do you know what? Hart was shit. I hated Hart when he was with West Ham, but when he was in a West Ham shirt, he was a West Ham player, and I wanted him to succeed. Mm-hmm. But there are people that really didn't want him to see him succeed.
A lot of fans have
I remember
agendas.
people
Cole.
having a go at him for mistakes he didn't even make.
Yeah.
For mistakes he nearly made.
Yeah.
Are misses a penalty? Blame Joe Hart.
Yeah. Things like just stupid. I don't understand that mentality. It just seems like everyone's got to have a scapegoat. I think Ryan's got one. Masuaku.
No, he ain't. Look, I like Masuaku. I think he's a good player, but he's not a defender for me.
And
I want to see
I
him
think
do
that would-
skill
I
when
would-
we're 2-0 up.
Yeah, that would work well with Anderson.
Not when we're 2-0 down.
No, of course not. Of course not. I agree.
But
with
I
what
do
you're
like
saying,
him.
But you don't want to suppress.
I wouldn't
too
get his
much
name
of
on the
a
back of
player.
my shirt, but I do like him.
But you get what you don't want to suppress too much of the player.
Yeah.
You know, you look at like Mourinho with Joe Cole. He suppressed him so much that Joe Cole just lost
He
it.
ruined Joe Cole's
Yeah,
career.
and that's what I'm saying. You want your flair players to work a bit.
Yeah.
But you don't want to lose.
That's
the
why
flair.
you said, didn't you, when Snodgrass coming on and you thought it was Creswell.
Yeah.
Maybe bringing Creswell on and just pushing Masuaku forward a bit more in that second half would have been the better option.
I think that would have been. I think that would have been a better.
Yeah, I think it would. But
Because
Snodgrass done well when he come on.
Cress would
He put on the
defend.
ball, didn't
Yeah, but I think Masuaku going forward terrorises people.
Yeah, but Snodgrass, honestly, I thought he had what he played, 15, 20 minutes?
I never said he played bad.
No, I'm just saying though, but he took on the Chelsea defenders,
That is it.
didn't
And
he? He set up Yarmolenko
that is
for that header.
that is it with Snodgrass. You get the work rate.
Yeah.
You
know what you're getting.
Yeah, it's like James Milner, isn't it? You know what you get. You put him on the pitch. You know for 90 minutes he's going to run his nuts.
But we're happy today, yeah.
Very happy.
What about next game?
Of course, yeah.
Before we hang on. Someone tell me how Yarmolenko missed that header, please.
He must have shut
I've
his
got to
eyes.
watch it again on.
He must have
Mate,
shut
when
his
you
eyes.
see it later on the replay.
But see, it's always easy to criticise, but like when you're in that position, you don't know whether someone's going to clatter you in the back or you
He's
know what
sort
I
of
mean.
turned his head away.
Yeah, he sort of, it looked like he closed his eyes. Really,
He doesn't strike me as someone that likes headering the ball.
Wait until you watch it later.
I don't want to watch it.
I've seen it. I've seen
I'm
it. Yeah, yeah, but
Yeah, we
know,
see it on the
that
replay in the
happens.
stadium. It's,
That happens.
Yeah, things like
But
that.
to be fair, I think if we'd have took a win away from that, I wouldn't have been complaining. But if they'd have won it, I wouldn't be complaining. So I think a fair result was.
Yeah. Both teams, you could
They
have
had
said won that
chances.
game. Both teams.
Yeah.
But
Our performance level was just upped. I mean, that international break come at the perfect time.
Yeah.
We went to Everton last year. I mean, I watched Toffee TV and I don't know what game they was watching because they're just talking out their Everton arses, you know what I mean? Because they're saying Yarmolenko was poor. All he done was score 2 goals.
Yeah.
I think it's a bit, he turned them down.
Bitter. Yeah. It's bitterness.
And we destroyed Everton on the day. We deserved the 3 points, and today we was worthy of all 3 points in the
This
end.
is
But
why it shows people jump the gun too much. He always was going to take a little bit of time to find our feet, but people were just having a big meltdown.
But it's easy to
in the
panic, isn't
media.
it? When you're sitting at the bottom of the league with no points,
Yeah.
and you're losing to Bournemouth and Wolves at home,
But
and that's no disrespect to them, but it's easy to just turn and go, oh no, this is rubbish, this is
For
rubbish.
me, the worrying thing was the performance against Arsenal, which we played really, really well, to the performance against Wolves. Now, look, Wolves have played really well to start the season, but the way we played against Arsenal, if we had played like that against Wolves, we would have steamrolled them. You know, and that's no disrespect to Wolves, we would have done.
But we're starting to pick up
the thing
points
is with
now.
the Premier League, you've got to take each game as it comes, game by game. And as I said earlier, if we beat Man United next Saturday, we're 3 points behind them. If I'd have said that 4 games ago, you'd never have believed me, would you? But we've got to beat Man United first. And let's hope that a few of the boys get a good run out against Macclesfield. We win that, we go through in the cup, and then early kick off next week. And Man United are not. But then again, we've always said it.
They are Man
you don't know
United.
what Man United are going to turn up.
Right. Thank you very much for joining us on this edition of West Ham Fan TV's Post-Match Pint. Thank you for watching all of our content. Fan cams. The battery's running out, mate. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Well, we just didn't talk about the Declan Rice contract thing. But, yeah.
Well, we can talk about it.
Give him a contract.
Yeah, well, there's not really much more to say, is
Well,
there?
they're trying to give him one, but it's too low.
Double
Yeah,
what you
I'd
offered
struggle
Oxford, that's
on
all I'm
30
saying.
grand a week.
Double
They
what
ain't
you
offered him
offered
that.
Oxford.
They've
They'll
offered
They're
him
giving
less
him a
than
new
Oxford.
contract.
Yeah,
don't worry.
Double what they offered Oxford.
What did
40.
they offer Oxford?
Oxford's on
Whatever-
20 grand a week.
Yeah, give him. Well, no, I thought he was on 30, but Declan Rice is worth double Oxford.
No, you're all right. Thank you very much for watching this edition of West Ham Fan TV's Post-Match Pint. Go and check out all the fan cams that we've just done. Go and follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/West Ham Fan TV. On Twitter @West Ham Fan TV. Follow us on Snapchat, Instagram, all the stuff that we don't never use. We're happy today.
Very happy.
Yeah.
You don't look happy though.
I
Smile.
am happy.
Smile
No.
for the camera.
I'm just sick of sitting in traffic, to be quite honest.
4
with you.
points, 2 last 2 games, I'm well happy.
Yeah.
Roll on United.
Coming in.
Oh, well, there you go.
One
Roll
thing
on
left to
United.
say. Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Before we say
That's
that,
it. Well,
we've
we're
got
gonna
to say where we
Saturday.
are.
Rewind.
Where are we?
We are at the Cart and Horses pub on Stratford Old High Street. Come and have a visit. It's an Iron Maiden pub. I enjoy it here.
Metalhead Hammers.
Metalhead Hammers on Facebook.com. Crossed Hammers. We give you more plugs than we give ourselves.
Yeah, I
now. We're doing it on radio. We're doing it on Crossed
Yeah,
Hammers.
but he slips you in little beers.
I know. Yeah,
I
I
didn't
know.
get one.
I know. That's what you get.
God,
That's what you get.
you should be plugging Nick right now, Scott.
Thank you very much for
plug Nick.
joining us.
It's the longest outro
I know.
ever. Just
I know.
say goodbye.
Okay, one thing left to say, boys.